1, 2, 3, ikimashou everyone. Here we are everyone with a brand new video for you all. This time definitely 100% in the Kanto Cup. This time around I am bringing you guys some spiciness with a Shadow Dragonair as my featured Pokemon for this double sets. That's right guys, I got 10 battles for you guys. I went 5-0 in one of them and 4-1 on the other one. This is a very difficult team. It has some pretty nasty walls, especially versus Wigglytuff, Clefable, and Snorlax, but if you can manage to take them down and don't have too many of the counters, this team does extraordinarily well. It is very fast paced and it hits very hard. Now let's go check out these Pokemon. As my lead, I got a Haunter with 15 attack, and that is on purpose guys because I want to be winning all of the CMP ties that I get with the Haunter lead, followed by a Shadow Dragonair with Dragon Breath, Aqua Tail, and Dragon Pulse. Dragon Pulse always comes in super clutch guys, and of course as our safe switch is that shiny Electrode back from the Catch Cup, if you guys remember those videos. Electrode is the glue for this team. He really switches up matchups that would be otherwise impossible for Haunter and Shadow Dragonair. So again, this team is very difficult but extraordinarily fun, especially now that we don't have to worry about the rank system. Now before we get started, if you guys don't want to miss any of this PvP content, please go ahead and leave a like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Turn on that notification bell so you guys are notified every time I post a video. And let's go ahead and hop into these battles everyone. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what our first opponent is running. So they are running a Gengar here, and even though Gengar is higher ranked, I do have a higher attack stat, which means that I will always get to the CMP tie first, and I think my opponent actually knew this, so they went ahead and didn't throw energy and actually made an immediate switch. And luckily we both ended up switching into the same style of Pokemon, but this Raichu is running Charm, which is very devastating to this Electrode here, but Foul Play does get through and we're doing quite a lot of damage. Unfortunately, we don't get to a second Foul Play before they throw their energy, so we decide to let this go through. We want to keep our shield as much as we can, and we go ahead and bring in the Haunter again because of course Dragonair would get demolished by the charms there. So we even managed to get to a Shadow Punch here versus their Hypno, I believe. I couldn't remember if that was it. Yes, it is a Hypno. And now we're up 2 shields versus their 0. All we have to be careful for is Ice Punch, and we can definitely farm this down pretty well here. So we're going to go ahead and invest a shield here. It's just a Thunder Punch, which makes me feel very comfortable. And they try to catch some energy here by throwing their Gengar, but I don't throw at all. I was trying to save up for that Dragon Pulse, and then they throw a Sludge Bomb, and that pretty much seals the deal for me because I can comfortably get this Dragon Pulse off on their Hypno. And that is the first game of this set guys. Remember, it's a double set, so we got a lot of videos to check out today. Alright, so that's a good game to my opponent. Let's go ahead and see what's up next. So this is versus Nigel 322. Okay, and let's see, they're gonna go ahead and bring out a Alolan Raichu. So this is very good for us here. Volt Switch definitely hits hard, but we hit much harder as you guys can see. And this should KO if it doesn't get a shield out of them. They do end up shielding, and then they're gonna go ahead and throw energy here. So we decide not to shield here, and it does take us out, but it's okay. We got shield advantage, and we were trying to go for that switch advantage too, but they end up just letting it go, right? That's smart by them. Now they go ahead and bring in a Hypno, and we want to stay in on this for the most part. And we're trying to over farm a bit, see if we can bait out some shields with Aqua Tail. And let's see what happens here. They do end up shielding, so this is great. We try to make the switch there so we don't lose our Dragonair, but they do get a Fire Punch off. I'm always kind of forced to shield that first charge move by the Hypno because if it has Ice Punch, it would obviously KO the Dragonair there. But we do manage to get in the Foul Play by our Electrode, and now all they have left is a Marowak, and this is looking great because we do have a lot of energy saved up on the Dragonair, and I have shield here, so I'm going to go ahead and shield this up. Of course Bone Club is going to hit hard, and we have a Foul Play which is super effective. So if this doesn't KO, we can pretty much finish them off with the Dragonair. But we might actually not even need the Dragonair here, but they do go ahead and throw energy. No matter what, they're in a really tough spot here. They're doing their best, but yeah, definitely we have an Aqua Tail ready to go. Didn't want to risk anything there, of course, so we went ahead and threw that Aqua Tail and got our next win there. That's a good game to my opponent, by the way. They played it pretty smooth, but didn't work out. Next is an expert. I couldn't really see their name there, and this team was pretty rough. Charmers are very devastating to this team, as you guys will see, but I do try to get to that sludge bomb, and here we go. Let's see if they shield or not. They do end up shielding, so I make the immediate switch into the Electrode here. Now, I do of course shield because Electrode is my ticket to beating this Ninetales, right? If I don't finish off the Ninetales with Electrode, I am in super trouble, but I do manage to finish them off. And then I go for the foul play, right? Many people don't expect a dragon in the back. So even though there are Charmers that I have to deal with all the time, usually Electrode can finish them off for me, especially if it's not a Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff is insane. I still haven't figured out how to be a Wigglytuff with this team. Now, here we're going to go ahead and bring in the Dragonair because, of course, the confusion damage would have demolished the Haunter. And then they bring in a Shadow Mewtwo, and forget it, guys. My Dragon Breath with the Shadow bonus and the Shadow defense debuff is just too much, and we melt that Mewtwo away. And just got to get a few more in, and they decide to quit the game. They know it's over there. Oh, actually, they didn't quit. It was just some lag. Okay, well, that's a good game right there. Next is versus Jagermaster 88. All right, let's see what they're bringing in. So they have an Electrode, so I know this matchup pretty well, right? And I go ahead and make an immediate switch into the Dragonair. This is very risky, guys, because if they have a Charmer in the back, I'm done for. But I had to do it. I felt like it was the only way to really save myself here. I do shield the first one in case it is a foul play, but it is a discharge, which makes me think that I should throw this Aqua Tail here, right? Just in case I don't want to have to end up using two shields. They use a shield, and this is awesome here because now I will definitely not shield because they threw a discharge first. I'm assuming they're going to throw it again. They do throw it again, and I go ahead and finish them off with some extra energy there for the Aqua Tail. Now they bring in the Beedrill, and they already know I have Aqua Tail, right? So my guess is that they won't know this as a Dragon Pulse, and they didn't know it, so I was able to get them out there. So Dragonair has taken out two Pokemon, and they just quit right there. That is a good game right there. For me, not so much for my opponent. I feel bad for them there. Alright, next match is versus the Dragonair here. It is a regular Dragonair. So we're going to go ahead and try to get the shield out from them. If we can get some chip damage, it's even better because then I can bring in my own Dragonair. So we do get the chip damage in, and we bring in the Dragonair, and they switch, right? So this is great. We put a lot of pressure on them. They have enough for an Aqua Tail for sure, so we have to watch for that. And we decide not to block this one. We let it go down because it's done its job, right? It's taken their Dragonair almost to 0, and they've had to use energy. So now our Haunter is going to try to be our finisher here, hopefully. And they don't shield still. We're both down Pokemon, but they have energy on their Dragonair. And now I just got to block this, and I can definitely finish them off before they can do too much damage, right? Because Dragon Breath is pretty bad, but we get 2 nice hits in there. And then they have a Charizard, so things are looking very comfortable now with the Electrode in the back. So we throw this to get a shield out from them, and then we make the immediate switch. And of course, the flying typing is just going to have a very bad time versus this Electrode here. We do decide to shield this because it's probably a Blast Burn. Yes, there it is. It is a Blast Burn. And then I'm pretty sure we can just farm this down, and we do farm it down. So that's a good game right there. Unfortunate, but Charizard's not too good in this meta. Now, Terry Farm Life. So let's see what they're bringing out here. So this is the Haunter Mirror match. But remember, guys, I have 15 attack on this Haunter. So I'm very confident that I'm always going to win CMP tie here. So I go ahead and throw this off. And if they block, I will just let them take me out. Yeah, so I'm just going to let them take me out because now I have essentially got a shield from them. Bring in the Dragonair because the Dragonair will finish them off quickly. And now we're waiting to see what they have. They have an Articuno. And we bring in the Electrode. We do have 2 shields, which is very important. And we do well versus the Marowak. Foul play will definitely do a lot of damage. And they don't shield the first one. So this is going to put a lot of pressure on them to really throw out a lot of charge moves versus me and try to get me out. They throw a Shadow Ball here, which is very confusing to me because they could have just used Bone Club. And it also means now that I don't have to worry about throwing energy at them. I'm just going to save up to 2 discharges and then use them against the Articuno here. So discharge number 1 goes through, and of course they're going to block this, and then I can get another one. And it's very close because they do have some energy left over, but I could farm them down here, so they're forced to throw energy, which is excellent here because Even though Dragonair is weak versus Articuno, it's still going to take them out with just that little amount of HP, and that is a good game to my opponent right there. I really enjoyed that match. That was a pretty fun day. Anyway, we're going against Jerry Smith 66 now, and they bring in the Magneton. I really want to make a Magneton team, so you guys please be aware that I will probably be releasing that soon. Now, of course, we do manage to get to that Shadow Punch way before they get to their Magnet Bomb, I believe is what they want to use versus me. And we finish them off easily. They don't use any shields, they don't do anything. They have their Gengar, but I already have some residual energy from the last one, so I managed to charge up really quickly and get a Shadow Punch off, and we just stay in here to do some damage, and we don't want to lose switch advantage. So we go ahead and bring in Electrode, and we do need to shield here just in case it's going to be a Shadow Ball or something like that. It does end up being a Shadow Punch here, and they make a quick switch into a Poliwrath. Poliwrath will do a lot of damage with the Mud Shot, but we do have 2 discharges ready to go, and we're going to go ahead and try to get both of these back to back. We don't manage to do it, but we do have that shield, which we are not using here. We're expecting that we can survive the Dynamic Punch. Man, I got nervous looking at that right now. I kind of forgot this battle, to be honest with you guys. So yeah, we barely survive it, and then we bring in the Dragonair to just finish them off nice and easy there. Now, next battle is versus T1 Zytone. Okay, let's see what they got for us. So this is a terrible, terrible lead for us. Wigglytuff basically finishes off our entire team by itself. So let's see how this goes, guys. So we get a discharge off, and as you can see, the charms are already getting us to half HP. They shield and everything. We get to another discharge at the very least. Let's hope they don't shield this, but things are just looking real ugly right here, guys. Yeah, so they don't shield it, and we got them pretty low, but I have nothing that can actually beat them. So we're gonna go ahead and shield this and see if we can finish them off here, and then hopefully the rest of their team isn't too bad. But I believe this is the one match that we lose in this set of 10. Yeah, they go ahead and bring in an Alolan Muck, and it's just, I don't see me winning this in any way, shape, or form. But it was very rare for me to run into walls like this. I think I ran into it a total of 4 times out of 25 matches, right? So that's not terrible statistics if you guys think about it. And the other matches are very fun, so you gotta just take what you can, guys. We do manage to get all their shields down, which, you know, makes me feel very proud because we were kind of able to do something in this match. But the Alolan Muck is just gonna clean up here. Hopefully I can get to an Aqua Tail, but I don't manage to get it. And then Haunter is a sitting duck here. I do get a Sludge Bomb off, and guys, check out the damage. It's pretty insane how much damage Sludge Bomb did there. That's about 40% of his HP, which is pretty nice. So if you guys ever run into an Alolan Muck with a Haunter, you guys know, get that Sludge Bomb off, and it might do a hefty amount of damage. Now let's go into this next battle. Couldn't see the trainer's name, but they got a very, very cool outfit with those glasses. And we start off with a great lead again against the Alolan Raichu, and they make the quick switch, but they kind of took a bit long to switch into their Cloyster, and of course, I mean, this is pretty devastating for them. Electrode is going to one-shot it. Yeah, that's over for them there. And then they bring in the Venusaur. In these situations, you want to basically throw foul plays, because if they don't block, foul play will do pretty decent damage, actually, as you guys will see here. Yeah, it does about 35% HP, I think. And we're not going to shield any of this because we want to keep those shields for the Pokemon in the back. Somehow Frenzy Plant didn't take me out, so they get a little bit of extra energy there. But I'm not too worried because I know I have a lot of energy on this Haunter, and I managed to get to 2 Shadow Punches. And I know that I think they still need at least 1 more hit before they can get to the Frenzy Plant. So I go for the 2nd Shadow Punch before they can get the Frenzy Plant through. And they don't shield the 2nd one, so I take out their Venusaur with a bunch of energy, and then I bring in the Dragonair. They see the Dragon typing it, and they just quit there. There's no way they could come back from that. Now, the next opponent here, let's see what they're bringing out. They're bringing out a Snorlax, so this is pretty rough, guys. This is pretty rough. So let's see how it goes. So we make the immediate switch into Dragonair, and they actually stay in, which is really nice for us, okay? Because Snorlax is another one of those crazy difficult counters to my team. But they just stay in here. They're farming up like crazy, and I'm thinking I'm gonna have to shield because I need to conserve this Dragonair so that we can take out this Snorlax and pray that they don't have anything too crazy in the back. They do have a Hypno, and I know I can defeat that Hypno, but I'm gonna go for this Dragon Pulse here, try to get that surprise damage through, and it does get through, guys. We finish off their Hypno. This is actually insane that we managed to get this through, and they have an Alolan Marowak. So we feel pretty comfortable here because we know Electrode can finish off both of the Pokemon, especially at where they are at the moment. We do got to be careful with these Bone Clubs. We want to get this Marowak really low so that it's easy for Electrode to finish off, or at least farm down. So I do not think the Shadow Punch will finish them off because they do shield it, and that is awesome, guys. I was not expecting a shield from them there, and we are trying to farm down here. We're hoping this is not a double superpower, but it is not. They go for the Body Slam, and we don't finish off here, so things are looking very scary. Let's see how it goes. So we come in, we finish them off, we have enough energy for the Shadow Punch. We get the Shadow Punch off, and that is a good game, guys. Man, this game was crazy. I could not believe I won it. It was very, very fun. And that pretty much guarantees the 4-1 in that set, guys. So again, I went 5-0 and then 4-1 with this team. I played a lot of sets with this team. I played all 25 matches plus a little extra from the day before. And the team did well. I would say it had like a 60% win rate, so not too bad. Sometimes you get hard counter though, and that feels a little bit bad. But overall, I love this team. I'm so excited to use this Shadow Dragonair in the Retro Cup. That's one of the reasons I powered it up. So yeah, guys, how do you feel about Retro Cup? Do you guys think this is a good format? I think it's a great format, but let me know down in the comments what you think about Retro Cup, and what teams do you guys want to run in the Retro Cup? We got a while before we get there, but I'm already hyped for it. I don't know about you guys. If you've made it this far in this video, thank you so much. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Turn on that notification bell, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Let's get it going, MusaSquad. Sayonara.